think that rematch, a third best of 5 between those two teams, is something that I think even if you're not an LCK fan, you're going to be excited for.
Yeah, and T1 have been
there it is.
Very, very good at making finals. They were in the finals of MSI last year, and they want to get to another one. That's the first step for them. Aphelios is banned away, so everybody quite happy with at least step 1 change. And step 2 was throwing the Kennen out of the window and going with another first pick. Also very happy with this one. K'Sante obviously flexible to Niski as well as JC.
Really like the different direction here from Matt. As you were saying, you know, at the start of Game 2, we didn't know if it was a salty run back. Turned out to be one, so you have to swap things out. And T1, with the Aphelios taken away, will say, okay, we can't just play Jinx. This is something that they did throughout the entirety of last year's spring as well.
Can I ask you a quick question here? Do you want to know what Kazi's damage per minute is on Jinx across the 7 games he's played? I'll give you the number. It is 888. Do you want to know what Gumas plays? What? Oh, hold on. Oh, excuse me, ignore me. Moving on. I got my wrong series. Look at the minute number. Pivot.
A glitch in the quick stats, which were, by the way, stats that I had gotten. Ezreal is locked in for Carzzy here, though. This is another switch up, and this is a champion that allows Hilly to really play whatever he wants. Ezreal, super versatile for Carzzy here. For Carzzy, it has basically been the Ezreal or the Xayah for super defensive, or the Jinx, which has been taken away already by Guma. And so it just gives them a lot of options. They could go double poke down there. They could go roamer for him to try and, you know, make a difference elsewhere. But when you see the Jinx locked in there for Gumayusi, you know he's looking for those resets, and Faker Ahri will complement it. The pick possibilities here.
And listen to London, as soon as that Ahri was locked in, everyone very excited for Faker to be playing on one of those super influential champions. Definitely not your traditional kind of like Assassin, plays a little more of that supportive role in that mid lane. But Ahri has risen in priority throughout the course of MSI, one of the most important mid laners. And once again, the support picks of Pyke as well as Lulu banned away.
And I think that T1 also identified, to me, the biggest difference maker, even though the bot lane went as well as it did, in game number 1 for Mad, and a lot snowballed from that, was how much impact Aoya was able to have. Due to the early 2v2 in mid-jungle going the way of Mad, they were able to continuously have prio, keep map control, and really pummel both side lanes from T1. And with this Ahri and Maokai combination, I think there is so much setup around these skirmishes, which is where I think Mad have kind of struggled the most.
And if you have Oner on the Maokai again, as we assume it is going to be, then the twisted advance into Charm, pressure on Niski.
Oh, yeah.
If Niski's going to be the one taking the Annie and they don't swap it down to bottom lane instead, is going to put a lot of kill pressure on that possible lane too to help out with all these options for T1. So T1 really diversifying compared to the first 2 games here with that Ahri pick.
I was kind of waiting for a fresh ban. Of course, we don't know yet what Zeus is going to pick, but Jinx and Fresh is something that Guma and Keria have used to a disgusting level of power in the LCK.
And of course, those final 2 bans, by the way, interested to see the Kennen banned away. Maybe expecting him to come back in. Niski actually has 0 games played on K'Sante mid ever. It's not going to be the Threshing Stairs of Time Kenta we were talking about. And Jace was the final ban there from the Mad Lions. So TK now locked in. We're waiting to see what that final pick will be in the jungle for Oner. And Mad Lions have to round out the composition, Kobe.
I'm super excited for the Keria Tahm Kench because he has played it in multiple Champions Queue games in the last few days here. So he's definitely tip-top shape on that one. And he's going to be releasing again here for Mad Lions.
Are there any shenanigans that the Professor can pull out? Perhaps. Niski's Annie left somewhat to be desired. I think in general, LEC Annies in mid leave something to be desired. And if this Swain is locked in, there is technically still a chance it can flex mid and bottom. But of course, will instead be the pivot. So Niski busts out his Twisted Fate. It is his 4th most played champion. 72% win rate. And that will mean Annie going bot, K'Sante top. And what will the answer here be from Oner?
Well, I think Oner is probably going to take the Maokai in his hands. So looks like Zeus might be on frontline duty again. They're going to go triple frontline. No Enchanter. First game here for no Enchanter for T1 for the extra boost onto Guma for the extra carrying power. But Jinx, if you just get the first kill anyway, then you get excited, and that's going to be the goal. I do like the switch from Mad Lions, though, to have Nisqy on his Twisted Fate. This is also a champion where he was famous for when he was playing in North America, ganking towards bottom lane. Maybe they can put some more pressure on Keria, Gumayusi. They do have the Tahm Kench to avoid one of them, but there are so many repeat stuns here and possibilities.
Man, this has just been, I'm off balance, this pick and ban. So we'll refocus up for the game. The one thing I do like about Twisted Fate, and the one thing that I'm having for some hopium, do you know all that zone control, all that crowd control, the difficulty to get into Yuma? Do you know how you get around that? Just Destiny behind him. You get full vision, you avoid all of that CC.
That is true, but if you throw a gold card, Devour is still up, and the rest of your team is looking at Maokai, Ahri, and Cyan, might still run into some troubles, Quick Shot.
What I'm most excited for is mid-jungle 2v2s, though. The opening of this game, because each of these mid laners has set up complementary to their junglers here. So Twisted Fate plus Lee Sin, you can as well go on the attack from Mad Lions. Again, the recipe for success for them in the beginning of game number 1 was winning the mid-jungle 2v2 initially, and then as well, Hilly making some plays on bottom.
Let's find out what happens. London, I have a question for you. Do you think Mad Lions will bring this to game 4? So with more volume than I was expecting. And who here thinks that T1 will close this series out right now? That's what I was hoping for, a little bit more volume here. I'm trying to lean into the local support, whether or not that 6th man can help Mad Lions out. Another game where the Mad Lions group up early, get both game 1 and game 2. They kind of pushed as 5. In game 2, they were able to find that first blood onto Oner. This time around, no target available for them. And I think we need to keep a close eye on how Kazi and Hylissang handle and deal with Guma and Keria. If Hilly is able to be unlocked, able to roam with that Annie, maybe combo with TF potentially. Maybe there's some of those tools as all of a sudden it's T1 that grouped up, looking for a little bit of a late invade here.
Yeah. Nisqy's in a little bit of danger.
Gold Cop primed, Tongue Lash connects, rockets being fired, Flash, traded for the Ignite, and underneath the tower, Nisqy loses more than half of his hit points.
Oh, the mid-jungle 2v2 that I was so excited for just got really, really difficult for Nisqy and Elyoya. No flash on the Twisted Blade, plus Elyoya is getting zoned out of his own jungle.
Oh, gets knocked backwards. Decimating Smash will force the flash as well. Nisqy and Elyoya. If that 2v2 was hard already, now it is near impossible. That's a lick onto Kazi. A rocket fired from Guma. Hilly and Kazi stepping back. They will get into lane, but both mid, jungle for Mad Lions have lost their flashes.
And this Cyan strategy is something that T1 challengers actually pulled out as well, using the Cyan early on as a pressure point to generate an advantage for your jungler and making sure that Oner gets the early lead here.
Yeah, Zeus went in level 1 and warded the blue buff Gromp area, and then immediately recalled and walked all the way down mid lane to join T1 with the rest of their invade, and now you have 4 people ready and primed to dive bottom.
Oh, sapling toss. Gets the slow one to Kazi. Level 3 for Oner. Decimating smashes, sidestep, cleanse, flash. The shield comes up. Zeus is down. But Guma's on the board. Got himself the kill. And Zombie Scion chases 2-1 to T1.
It's literally the same strategy, and it works just as well as it did there. T1 getting a death on a Cyan. We all know that that one doesn't matter. Teleports back towards the top lane. And an early kill for Gumayusi again.
Yeah, death on Scion, that's good death, actually.
Yes.
They want that because of the DPS of your zombie. Intentional there. You go in, you start off the dive, you get your bottom lane so incredibly far ahead, it is disgusting. I know even in LEC you saw this as well, BDS doing same thing. And
Very similar play. The bigger one for me is not only does the kill go to Yuma, he's also got himself a 2-wave lead already. And he comes back to lane with a double longswords into a cull. So it was already a difficult matchup. And now Jinx is accelerated so quickly at the 3.5-minute mark.
And Ezreal is one of the champions where if you can get a couple of great Qs in the early game, you can actually put the enemy bot laner behind, right? Get them trapped in a cycle of bad recalls, keep the pressure up, particularly if you're playing double ranged into the melee Kench. But with this play, that's not going to happen.
Nisqy has no flash, remember. Faker trying to get him further up in the lane to get Oner some distance there, but not going to be able to tank that wave for too long. Pretty stacked up. It's just so difficult for Mad Lions. The level 1 for T1 was outstanding. It took away the possibilities of the mid-jungle plays from Mad Lions, burning both of their flashes, zoning them out of the jungle, and took over the bottom lane. Like, that's basically all of the early game territory that you want to work with. You don't want to work with the tank matchup on top side. So T1, absolute stuff here, as Oner takes away second spawn of Raptors as well. Obviously, they've got the timer on that one, and he flash twists his advance to avoid the stun from Hilly.
Yeah, I really like this play from Hilly.
Kazi pretty good, stepping forward from the dive, managing to escape. Had he been knocked up, Flame Chomper's down, that would have been a death. So Kazi, this is something we will see a lot. Not only has he got to play defensively, in the 1v2 with Hylissang roaming, ideally Mad Lions want Annie to combo up with maybe Twisted Fate in one of the other lanes. Oner, as well as T1, have another plan, however. They've engaged, 3v2 for now. Guma's gonna arrive late to the party. Kazi's already running for his life with that arcane shift. He's ticking, he's burning, he's down. It's another 2 kills to T1 under the tower. And they're not done yet. This minion wave is significant. Aoya's trying to clear it out. Oner takes a turret shot, but he's fighting into a gigantic minion wave. And Aoya's running for his life, trying to sacrifice. I don't know, did he get tagged?
I think execute.
Can't execute, ends up landing, so denies another, but that is a gigantic lead already for T1.
And it starts off okay, right? Because I actually like the play from Hilly to try and apply pressure. Because if you're an Ezreal with Call and Boots and you're going up against Doran's play double longsword Jinx, like you're not getting anything done in that lane. But then, unfortunately, Oner is able to get out fine. And then on the counterplay, as they are able to get the wave, and even though Karst didn't die, it did take a decent amount of damage, it sets up the subsequent dive. And even with Aoya and Hilly there, they lose the 3v3, and now this bot lane again out of control.
I absolutely hate Scion level 1s. I mean, it's been used effectively, very, very effectively, but it is so game warping to even have that as an option. T1 just massively wiping Mad Lions early game, you know, off of the map even. And with the repeat plays too,
yes.
Really good repeat plays kept up by T1. The revisit from Oner, continuing to play off the side of the map where they have all this pressure. They do, of course, sacrifice Zeus, and might have to sacrifice him again.
We're gonna find out, but at what cost, right? Because while there's a 2v1 in the top lane, down in the bottom lane, this is turning into a 3v3. Destiny, Gate, Gold Card connects. Kazi's chasing Guma. He's got himself a bounty already. Niski needs a couple more autos. Guma escapes with 100 HP. Kazi's focusing on Keria. In the top lane, Zeus has managed to trade one back. Down in the bottom lane, though, Kazi and the rest of Mad are running for their lives. Niski's so incredibly low. Faker's arriving. Spirit Rush is available. Spirit Rush, Foxfire, Orb, and Deception of Mad Lions get dominated.
Faker has arrived. Flash ulti into them. Hits the charm under tower as well. T1 unstoppable here. Yeah, Zeus.
Wow,
okay.
Chef's kiss, that was beautiful.
Oh, no. They're not done, Trevor.
They're not, they are, Mad Lions, sorry, correction. Mad Lions are done. Chronicler, that was beautiful from T1.
Okay, I want to propose a deal to you guys.
Okay, what's that?
You get a Fed Cassante.
Okay.
I get a Jinx with 3 kills, an Ari with 2 kills, and a Maokai that's monster fed.
I mean,
what do you say?
It's already been accepted.
Yes.
No, man.
Well,
love to hear that.
It's definitely not the deal that I would have wanted to take, but look at that scoreboard. 206, 202, 302. Not only is there gold leads everywhere, it's concentrated, Kobe, in all the players you want. And even Scion, who was dove 2v1, still managed to pick up that kill and is on the same gold as Chasey. So that deal that you made, you lied, and the terms have not paid out.
Well, he's up in CS.
Hylissang forced a flash, and Nature's Grasp flies out. He's charmed, he's caught, he's taken down. 10 kills for T1 at 8 minutes, and London is turning into a library as T1 have arrived and they've started their campaign at MSI in phenomenal fashion.
All right, Faker gonna come and try and chase Niski off the turret plate. Turret plate acquired. There you go, Trevor. 4 Mad Lions.
Glass half full. I like it, Kobe.
170 gold.
Even London's like, bro, too much. Because there's 3 plates secured for Guma in the bottom lane. 25 CS up. The dragon is being secured here. And for Mad Lions, they are in so much threat. Keria roaming, another charm connects. Nisqy gets a shield, and it's Guma sniping from downtown. Super mega death rocket, sending Nisqy back to the fountain. That gold lead accelerating even further. And it looked like that Rift Herald as well. While it was picked up by Alioya, this bottom tower is under threat. Pow being used to do so much work here for Gumayusi. What's that? 2,000 gold lead in the bottom lane alone at 9 minutes. And now Keria, do you know, I reckon they could even dive again if they wanted to.
And absolutely, like at this point, T1 can do whatever they want on the map.
Well, right now, T1 are going to be defending this top lane. Rift Herald was dropped. Shelly's going to get that charge in just a moment, at least moving the plates gold over to Chasey. He's pulled backwards. I'm keeping an eye on the mini-map. Mid lane is pushed in. Nisqy's got that Destiny available. And the only way that I see Mad Lions being able to claw back this deficit, Twisted Fate plays need to be consistently and consecutively successful. For Mad Lions, this game is already nearly untenable. It is a jinx that's approaching Mythic, like 10, 12 minutes in. And I think if, yes, some of those shutdowns can come in, that's a 500 gold shutdown, which is huge at this stage. Zeus running away from his life, unstoppable force, will be enough to get him out for now, and Hilly and Chasey cannot find that kill.
Yeah, Mad Lions continually trying to throw as much as they can up towards top side. They use the Rift Herald up there. They got the extra turret plates. Chasey does have his lead, but Oner actually walks over into him.
He does indeed. Destiny into the gate, the gold card, the decimating smash. Nature's Grass, Ponga lined up, Mad Lions avoided, but look,
Faker roam.
They cannot get onto Oner. Now, where is Faker? Sonic Wave connects from Alioya. Dragon's Rage is still up for him. Hilly's the next target. No mana, no flash, no chance. Tower has fallen in the bottom lane. T1, they continue to apply pressure. Charm comes out, wait just yet. Kick back forward under the tower. No, chase forward. The Lee Syndrome sends Alioya to the fountain. And Nisqy takes so much damage from the Orb of Deception. Keria is cutting off the retreat. Hilly and Nisqy, 2 targets as the teleport now being channeled. Chasey's coming in with that Frozen Fist, and T1, they fancy not enough just yet, backing out for now. But again, they are the ones that are dictating the pace of this game.
Even when they get the angle onto Faker, kicking him under tower, Oner is there on the Maokai, cues him, interrupts the Lee Sin, sends him back to the fountain, and T1, not only do they get that kill, but they're able to reset here, push out on mid lane as well, with 3 members looking for Chasey, no ultimate on the Cassante.
Well, let's see what happens here. Devoured and spat back out, rooted into place, knocked backwards, and that, honestly, it's just beautiful. It's just great to watch. Kraken Slayer, 6 kills, gigantic lead, and Guma is already at like late game jinx status.
Yeah, all that the Keria has to do there is all Faker.
All right, let's find out what happens here. Charm is sidestepped, gold card connects, Faker just about taken down. It's the moral victory for the Mad Lions.
It is a shutdown there for Carzy, so Ezreal gets some money back into it, but the whole time Guma's just eating up here on these turret plates. The Cassante was
almost 3k gold.
So Guma got all 5 plates in the bottom lane.
Yeah.
About to get, what, 3-4 plates in the top lane. I don't know how many individually he's collected, right? I'd love to know if our observers or stats team could maybe give us some info on that one, because Guma is just flying ahead. Multiple members of Mad Lions trying to get him. Now that is a big shutdown, 650 gold. At, the 4,500 lead that they have, that will be helpful for Mad Lions, but they really need to try to catch him unawares, and right now that hasn't been the case.
What I think is really hard for Mad is like picks like they got there on Faker, that's what they need to do, right? As you were pointing out,
yes.
You need to try and leverage the TF and the value that it provides to make these plays around the map. But T1 have either been shoving in and having full control of the map, having full control of vision, and thus being very acutely aware of where Mad is, but also, if it is ever anything less than like a 4 versus 1, whoever is in there could probably stall until the rest of T1 arrive.
Yeah, with the setups for team comps in this game, Mad Lions have to play the map. The T1 have such a big advantage in those 5-on-5, so the dragon that's about to come up, I should see it sacrificed by Mad Lions.
Mega Death Rocket this time, not going to be able to work it out. But Guma's got a couple more plates in front of him, swaps over to Pow Pow. Hillisang looking for the stun, connects it onto Faker. Gold card after the second Spirit Rush. Sonic Wave has connected. Dragon's Ridge not available just yet. And under the tower, Faker still gets one back. But any gold for Mad Lions is good gold. Chasey, while he's being chased by Oner, don't think it will matter. Guma just, by the way, taking another tower. That's the guy you've got to kill, Mad Lions. Yes, killing Faker looks and feels good, but that 700 gold bounty is the one they have to find a way to unlock.
And the thing is, like, they kind of had to go top lane, so it's like whoever's there is who we have to go for, because we can't fight this dragon. We can't fight the 5-on-5, so we have to go for those picks, extend the map, try and play as much range as we possibly can. That's why T1, keeping Guma in mid lane. He's safe. They get their tower there. They know it. The money's rolling in. The dragon's rolling in as well.
And even with that, right? Even with Faker missing a charm, they still trade 1 for 1. So what you end up getting just isn't enough, but Matt is in such a tough position because if you do actually try the fight with the disadvantage that you're in, like, it's just not gonna work. So all you can do is try to find picks. When you find the picks, they don't really work out because of how far behind you are, but you gotta try.
Listen, there's 4 out of 4 players are even in gold. Unfortunately, the 4,000 gold lead is all in Gumayusi's back pocket, the small Infinity Edge. And that is exactly where T1 wanted it. I will say, by the way, I just want to give huge props here to Guma and Keria, because throughout the series, Guma's stats were 18 kills, 7 deaths, and 15 assists combined for game 1 and 2. And he's already at 602. But Keria, 1, 2, and 37 for the 2 previous games. Add 8 additional assists, 45 damn assists in 3 games. It is fantastic performance from the bottom lane, which has been the tip of the spear, which the comps have been built around, and they are the players that are unlocking these wins for T1.
Exactly. The comps and the level 1, I put so much emphasis on the advantage that T1 gains. T1 gains so much with that invade, completely splitting the map, and having the repeat dive ganks from not only Oner, but as well Faker going down there. They just hand-fed Gumayusi this game.
Yeah, and I mean, like, you've already pulled that one meme out, the deal, you get, I get. The other one I'm thinking is that Sion. It all started with that damned Sion. Another tower falls. The engage from Oner onto Niski, and the Mega Death Rocket won't connect this time, but I don't think it matters. Guma turns to Fishbones and picks up his lucky number 7. Keria goes forward with a dive, forced to flash defensively. True Shot Barrage has been fired and Hilly is being shot down. Faker goes over the wall. The charm won't find it. 16 minutes and the base has been broken open. LCK's top seeds have destroyed LEC's top seeds. And how much more can they get? Kazi is going low. He's taken out. Mad Lions cannot defend their base. At 16.5 minutes, the Nexus turrets are being destroyed. The Nexus could be focused. It's up to Chasey to defend it. Have T1 seriously won a game in 17 minutes? I have never seen a more dominant win from a second seed taking down LEC's number 1 in 17